Hey everybody, BeastyFlaco here, and welcome to a video after a month. It's been dry, I know, I'm sorry. School gets in the way of everything, and I don't want to talk about it here, I'll have a whole other video for it. But today, we're here for a discussion video about the newly revealed Nintendo Switch, which was the NX this whole time. It has finally been revealed after who knows how long. It's been going on since like 2015, I think. And I'm not alone this time. I have three very special friends of mine that I will introduce just in a second. So if you guys are ready for our discussion video on the Nintendo Switch, make sure you go in to crit and like one down below. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with more Pokemon and NX Nintendo Switch stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So let us introduce everyone. First off, we have a YouTuber here. Actually, Brandon, do you want to be described as like a meme channel?
Yes, that's me.
We have Nintato here, and then we have one of my oldest friends on the internet. We have Mr. Ninten.World, aka Dylan.
Hey, what's up?
And then we have a potato.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Alex. I run a terrible Instagram account.
So
Wow.
today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. So before we start and get into questions, overall, what were your opinions of the first trailer? Who wants to start?
I'll go ahead and go first. I thought,
Alright.
honestly, the whole idea of the Switch was, absolutely fantastic. We've known about it since the NX was first confirmed, but really seeing it in action kind of showed that this can be done. This can really take over the gaming industry, shape the industry, and really can, give Nintendo a shot back in the race. Perfect execution on the trailer. It looked great, sounded great. The only thing I am kind of like iffy about is the name. Kind of, basic, not super catchy, but it's no big deal.
Who wants to go next?
Do you want to go, Brandon, or do you want me to go?
That kind of sums it up, right? I mean, the fact that people at school are talking about it, and teenagers are caring about Nintendo again, that's a step forward, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess to go off of that, a lot of they said is valid. I enjoy what they showed off. I think it's very intriguing. I do have some personal concerns with some of the detachable controllers. Like, if each person takes one, I just think they look really small. And
I agree.
I don't know if they're gonna like make them larger or what, but like if people that have big hands, I don't know.
Like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We'll have a Nintendo Switch XL.
It's just-
Really?
That's probably one concern, and the other, of course, would be probably like battery life for the tablet itself. That's also something to take into
Yeah,
consideration.
it's definitely understandable.
Yeah, because isn't like the gamepad's battery life only like 3 hours?
It's
Yeah, not good.
probably something around
3
there,
hours.
2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, but overall, I thought the number one thing they nailed with this trailer right away, it was eye-catching. It was something that had a lot of people talking for a while.
Oh, for sure.
Like, how, like Dylan said, there were, like, there's people in my school still talking about it. Like, people that I would never have a conversation with about Nintendo. They're like, hey, did you hear about the Nintendo Switch? I'm like, yeah, I'm honestly surprised you saw it. I was like, yeah, it looks really interesting. It's just, it's something that I know, not even just Nintendo fans, but a lot of video game fans have wanted for a while. It's a handheld that's actually a console. It's not
you're
like
gonna be able to do stuff with the power of a console on the go. It's crazy.
yeah, exactly. Well, it's not like the exact same power. Like clearly
right.
at home, it'll be more powerful. But just having like a pretty, like the Wii U was like a step there. But like this is like this is like wireless. You don't need to be in the same vicinity to play it.
Right.
That's true. Like, when I saw the Wii U, I thought that was going to be the next... Like, I thought it was going to be the Switch, basically.
That's what I thought, too. Like, I really didn't know about the Wii U. I just saw it, and I was like, you mean I could take this in the car and play it on wherever I go, right? But apparently not. But the Switch is what it seems like. That's the whole marketing campaign of the Switch.
I mean,
Little
hey,
10-year-old
they
me
have a
just
power
thought it was
album.
cool. There was a controller with a screen, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Let's start with this. From the initial trailer, what was one thing you constantly saw yourself thinking about during the trailer?
I was honestly just surprised that the leaks were, like, spot on. Like, I
Yeah.
thought they would be, like, close, but not there. But no, they were everything.
Yeah.
That's true. A lot of what was shown off from people who had inside information, it basically all came together and was exactly what was leaked in the first place. So that was really interesting.
Pokemon Sun and Moon. It all comes together.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I was definitely still hyped for the trailer, but looking back on it, nothing was like super unexpected. Like everything was lined up with what we've heard, what the rumors were. So I mean, I wasn't surprised, but it was still very exciting to see.
I think the
don't
number.
think-
Sorry.
I don't think you're good. I don't think there was really one central thing on my mind the whole time, other than please show us something Smash related. But
Please. I think.
I was good with it.
I think the number one thing that caught my eye during the whole trailer was the actual third-party support from the system
That's
right
true.
off the get-go. They
Yeah.
showed Skyrim and NBA Live, just two games that you'd never think would be on a Nintendo console before, as a marketing. Like
Right, and they looked like
Yeah.
the solid versions and not the crappy.
exactly, like
versions of
not
Nintendo
the
version.
the Call Modern Warfare 3 on the Wii.
Right.
We are pleased to announce Call of Duty 2 for the Nintendo Switch.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And then just the number of developers they have on their side
It's
for the
crazy
Switch.
compared to
Just
what
like
you had.
that's the.
It's good. Yeah, continue. Oh, are you saying?
I can't think of any else. Like Besta is probably the one that catches my eye right away. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that they were not going to support the Switch, or at the time the NX, unless it had good specs. And
Exactly.
judging by not only they're supporting it, but 59 plus other developers are. That
Yeah.
catches my eye as to what this Switch might be able to do.
Yeah.
It's very promising. It's good. Nintendo just has to make sure they help out the developers that need support when making their games, because if you look back at the Wii U, no one initially really wanted to support it, and then after like the first year or two after the Wii U came out, there was like no more third-party games. There was nothing.
There
Like
really
at the
wasn't
beginning, you had
anything.
like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag or something from Ubisoft. You also had like Call of Duty Ghosts or something like that, but those kinds of games were never there at the end span of the Wii U. So,
Yeah, and then you had the stuff like the Batman Arkham ports that tried to get their way to the Wii U, and like you were saying, the beginning of the Wii U tried to like get stuff done with third party, but it just fell off. The Wii U was just so underpowered to what it could do and what all these other developers wanted to run. It almost seemed like, because that's really the only thing. I mean, of course, like they're still gimmicky Nintendo. It's still one of their like main problems.
Oh yeah.
But I think one of their problems with the Wii U was the third-party support. It has, don't get me wrong, the first-party games on the Wii U are great, and those were that was like probably the Wii U's only selling point. If you wanted a solid first-party game, they got you covered. But just overall, if you wanted to have a console that's great to say, hey, you can have amazing first-party games, but that's really all you're getting. If you want a console, you want to have some amazing exclusives and games that you could buy everywhere else. So it's not like that's the only reason why you're buying it.
Right. You had a Wii U if you had every other system, or if you really, that's it.
Yeah.
I would like to point out, whoa, my ears.
Who's too close to the mic?
I would like to point out that the Nintendo Switch, it comes with like a promise of games. Like Ubisoft can say however much they want that the Switch looks really good, but we saw Skyrim running on it, and we see these companies with like actual games promised. It's not just yeah. I mean, I know I did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I understand what you mean. Like I understand what you mean. The people are actually showing off the games are on the system. It's not like they're just saying, "Hey, we're backing up this thing, but won't support any games on it." They're saying they'll back it up, and they're showing games that they're putting on there.
Yeah, that's true. And did you want to continue off of that?
Oh no, I was done.
Okay. Well, some people would argue against that and would say, how Bethesda came out and said, "Oh, we're not announcing anything for the Switch yet," which honestly, I mean, it makes sense. Like if Nintendo told them, "Yeah, we don't want you to announce anything yet. We'll announce it on our own," or something like that. Just because companies like 2K and Bethesda said, we're not announcing anything for the Switch yet. It's basically going to be there, but whenever they want to fully announce it.
Right, like it doesn't make sense on Bethesda's part to go through all the effort to put that video in the trailer, to get like back this system vocally and like verbally be like, we support this Switch, we think it's a good console, and it doesn't make sense for them to give it all this publicity and then not put their main selling point game on it, especially if it was in the friggin' trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be considered false advertisement. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Yeah.
And the fact that they're able to like so easily port Skyrim over makes me think that this is easier to develop for. Like the Wii U was really hard to even make games for at all.
Right,
so.
because you had to incorporate the gamepad as well.
Yeah, and apparently their architecture they used was not really helpful for developers. So they finally fixed that, hopefully.
That's one thing that's still on my mind for this thing. About this Nintendo Switch, if this screen can't be too gimmicky, because that's what brought down the Wii U. Like, I clearly there's like, do you guys think there was going to be touchscreen? Like,
I think if there is touchscreen, it will be more in line with like modern technology, where it's like with the finger, like where it only works with like the finger, like like a regular phone touchscreen. I don't feel like they're going to go the extra mile because we didn't see a stylus incorporated on the trailer. That's what leads me to believe that it's not going to be like the classic Nintendo touchscreens.
Yeah. Like. Oh no, go ahead, Alex.
Okay. What I was gonna say is I think it was today or yesterday. Nintendo released a statement saying that they were with the Switch. They're trying to provide just a single screen type of entertainment that they were going for. They didn't want to try to do anything with dual screens, which leads me to think that if they're trying to do a single screen experience, that if you're just playing on the TV, there shouldn't be motion controls implemented at all, if that's the case. True. So I don't think there will be touch controls for it.
I'd like to bring up the point though that that if you like playing Breath of the Wild, say I want to zoom in on the map, that would be really helpful if I could just pinch and I zoom in.
Yeah, I think that there will be some touch controls, but they aren't going to be like imperative to the gameplay. I feel like it's going to be like stuff like navigating menus and stuff. Like if you're trying to navigate the interface while on the go, then I mean you can use your finger to like swipe through the menus however they design it.
Definitely. One thing I'd like to see them do is one game I always look at that used the gamepad perfectly, but then when you switch to the gamepad, it was all right. It was Wind Waker HD, where the game was primarily on your TV, and you just had a map on the bottom screen. And when you switched it over, you could still use the touchscreen for like if you wanted to like switch your item from like your X and Y buttons. But it was primarily just focused on the gamepad as the controller. Which if they did that with Breath of the Wild, I would not be mad. But it's definitely where they're gonna focus on the single screen, because if they want you to use the controller. Because was there any gameplay of them using the screen in the house with the TV or no?
With them using both screens at the same time, you mean?
Yeah.
No, there was not. In order for the TV to work, you have to have the console in the dock. You can only have one screen showing at the time.
So so you have to use the controller for the single screen. Right. So that's.
I just feel like it's definitely possible there will be different controls when on the screen and when on the go.
Probably, yeah, just to compensate.
Especially with these, I mean, little baby hand controllers we're seeing with 4 buttons in a circle.
Yeah. What I wanted to say about it is that because you know how in the part of the trailer when he's playing, the dude's on the airplane, he's playing on the tablet, and then he takes the 2 remotes and he's playing them like a Wiimote and a nunchuck, just 2 separately. Yeah. What's interesting is that there's going to be a wide amount, I guess, of controls for the Switch. So you have the Pro controller, you're going to have the that
Joy-Cons.
one thing, I don't remember what it's called. It's like the controller that you can put both of the Joy-Con controllers in. The little weird stuff.
I don't remember what it's called. It's basically like, let me look it up real quick.
I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but you have that, and then you have the main tablet, and then you could play each of them individually. What I'm wondering is that if you really wanted to, could you just play on one of the Joy-Con controllers individually, like for the TV? I don't know why someone would do that, but I was wondering if that's like an option, because you could do it on the tablet, so why wouldn't you be able to do it on the full TV.
I could probably see that being a thing because I feel like they only have the controller just to feel like a comfortable controller. Like
Yeah.
one thing I was actually catching my eye on before we even did this video and before I
The
went out.
Joy-Con grip. The Joy-Con grip is what the one thing.
Right.
Okay.
So
Anyway.
this is definitely this is a different controller from what Nintendo usually did. Because I looked at this, and these controllers are actually more in line with the Xbox 360 controller. But
And resume.
and resume really, but you can see because the right joystick isn't on like the same level as the
Yeah,
left one.
they're
It's
both
actually
on different.
it's below the face buttons, which was
Yeah.
one of like the biggest problems with the gamepad and the Pro controller. It just felt so unnatural. But like
Yeah.
I picked up my Xbox 360 controller today. I was like, okay, if this is what I'm actually going to be playing with, and then I just take them off and put them on the screen. Then I held the gamepad, and I could definitely feel like the resemblance. Like it felt natural, just like switching from one controller to another right away.
Hmm. I think that they did a very good job with the controller design. They're finally starting to realize that, we need to kind of shift more towards real quote unquote controllers and, to appeal to the more, hardcore, more hardcore audience. I'm glad they took the step away from the Wii by getting rid of the Wii remotes and the nunchucks and not doing what they did with the Wii U. I like that they did that because Nintendo was starting to get, the whole demographic as being a kids company because of the Wii.
Yeah, definitely. So, I guess what I was trying to go off earlier into, I guess one of the concerns that I have is that, so with the different controller options that they have so far, you have like already like 4 different kinds: the Pro controller, the grip, and then the tablet, and then the 2 individual Joy-Con controllers. I just hope it doesn't start becoming a burden for developers for implementing so many different controller variants for every type of controller that comes out that Nintendo makes.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they got to make sure that you could play and have the same experience with whatever controller that you play. So,
Yeah.
you just gotta make sure
On an
it works.
unrelated note, is Brandon alive?
No,
He is.
Yeah, he's just.
I'm dead.
It just popped in my head. Where's Brandon? One thing that's kind of also in the back of my head: how instant do you think the Switch will be when you switch from the TV to the pad?
I
Like,
mean,
how
I've-
instantly will it?
right.
It's not going to be
How
as
long?
fast as it was in the trailer.
Yeah,
No
you're probably
way.
right about that. I think that maybe it'll be like tap or press plus to confirm once you're like switched or something like that. Like once you like take it out, like they'll be like press plus
Which
to resume play.
how
The same
funny would
way
it
you put
be?
back in or something like that.
That's actually true. I didn't even think about that. Because what if you're playing a game and then you just try to switch and it unpauses it or something, and then
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
halfway through your game.
Yeah.
How funny would it be if when you switch the controller from like the pad to like to the TV, it made the little noise in like the trailer, the
Oh, I would.
I would love that.
That's the selling point for me right now. $1,000, $2,000, I'm buying it. I don't care. Just make sure it has that feature, and I will throw my money at Nintendo.
Oh my god. That is an interesting point though on how long is it going to take for it to switch from the tablet to the actual
Knowing
to your
Nintendo,
TV.
watch it be like 10 seconds.
I don't
see it being
know if Nintendo commented on like how if they commented anything about that, because if they are trying to make it so once you take it out then it starts working, then what if someone just like walks up and you're like, oh hey, I'm just gonna pull this up now and then stop you from playing. I don't know if it does that or if it'll only work when you put the Joy-Con controllers on it and then pull
No,
it.
I don't think so.
Because
Simply
the thing is,
because-
if you just pull the tablet up, there's no controls on it except like. Actually, no, there is no controls.
Oh yeah,
without...
because you can use the Pro controller to play on the Joy-Con screen. We saw that in the Splatoon scene of the trailer. Where they were all playing on their little screens in their little practices using the Pro controllers.
Okay, that's true. All right. So I don't know then.
One thing that's kind of interesting is we saw the Splatoon sequel port. I don't know what it's going to be.
I think it's a sequel, but
you think it's a sequel? I don't know.
I think it's a full-blown sequel. From what we saw from that trailer, it looks like the graphics looked much better than regular Splatoon. They showed like new hairstyles, new pants. It seems like it was just too much to put in as a port and to add on as a port. Had there just been like a couple new maps shown and maybe like a new weapon class, then I could see it. But it seemed like there was too much for it just to be an enhanced port. I feel like it'll be a sequel.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about because I'm not really. They don't explain it because this is like the teaser. Mario Kart could like it's the same engine, so I'm not really sure if that would be considered port or not.
Right, we can't determine that with Splatoon because we didn't really see much actual gameplay.
Yeah.
And we didn't see any of the HUD period. Whereas in Mario Kart 8, I mean, it looked exactly like Mario Kart 8, just with King Boo and 2 item slots.
King Boo. But then we got that. Then we got that new Mario game. Like, oh my god!
Yeah, that
What? What?
so good.
That looked
fantastic.
insane. That looked
I don't see it being a launch title, but I am like, that looks amazing.
Have faith it's a launch title, man.
I'm
having faith. If it's a launch title, that's going to be like my #1 game. I'm not a huge Zelda fan. I'll still get the game, but I mean, I feel like the Mario game would be more hype for me.
But the Splatoon, I want to get back to that.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Splatoon's main focus on the Wii U was the map on the bottom screen. So, like, you're taking away almost like a key point of the game by making it a single screen game.
I feel like the main thing that provided really was the squid jumping. And I think a lot of people kind of ditched that feature anyways, and I think there can be a way to do it without that bottom screen.
Yeah.
And with the map, I mean, you can kind of give it like the Mario Kart 8 treatment where you like
the mini
put, like,
map,
a transparent version of it on like the side of the screen. Yeah, mini map.
That's
or maybe
true.
Like if you hold plus, it opens a map, and when you stop holding it, it goes away or something like that.
Yeah, and even
That'd be smart.
Yeah, I can definitely see them incorporating it without 2 screens, which is why it kind of frustrated me that Splatoon was only 1 player locally, with the exception of that crappy battle dojo.
Yeah.
That battle mode was so dumb.
Speaking of bad battle modes, Mario Kart. Do you think they fixed it?
Yeah, that was
No,
kind of...
I'm not gonna lie. I like the battle mode in Mario Kart 8.
Really, that was kind of part of my theory with Mario Kart 8's battle mode. I made this theory a while ago, but I think that what's gonna happen is we're gonna see like 6 new characters, just like we did with the last DLC wave, and I think it fits perfectly with the roster as it is. I think we'll see 2 new cups, a double dash feature, and if this isn't confirmed by the 2 item holding, I don't know what confirms it. And then I think they're gonna kind of focus more on new battle modes. It's basically gonna be throwing double dash features into the game, being characters, the mechanics, and the battle modes. That was my kind of theory for it. Was instead of being Mario Kart X, some other franchise, it's gonna be Mario Kart X, another game of the series.
That's interesting, but I mean, all I really want is if they do that, just give me Captain Falcon and I'm happy.
yeah, all that plus Captain Falcon.
Do you like Smash Kart? Like, I'm pretty
That's
sure
something that I really wanted to see.
Everyone's wanted that for like the longest time.
Yeah.
I hope they at least add a few more DLC packs of non-Nintendo characters.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you're
not
gonna make
Nintendo,
it
but
Super Smash Kart Racing.
That could bring up a different topic.
Right.
Sonic has his own racing game, and Pac-Man's been in a Mario Kart game before.
What about Mega Man and Cloud?
Oh God, Cloud on a race car.
Yeah.
Limits are meant to be broken.
Speed limits are meant to be broken.
That's good.
You know, honestly, I want this now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
I want to put the craziest characters in Mario.
Real talk, can we all agree that if they did make a Smash Kart and they put Sonic would not put... I don't think Sonic should be in the car.
Sonic would have
cool.
the slowest kart in the game.
What?
The highest top speed, but the slowest acceleration.
Why the hell am I in a car?
By the way, can you hear background sound now, or are we good?
A tad bit.
I think
it's barely there, but I don't think it'll make too big a difference.
All right.
Yeah.
Dylan, you said you had like stuff you wanted to like questions and stuff.
Yeah. So I just kind of little topics, really, less opposed to questions. One thing that a lot of people have been talking about in relation to the NX, especially with how late it was announced, was the release date. I mean, it's been held off for eternity, and I was honestly expecting to see it coming holiday 2017 in this trailer, but they delayed it. They did not delay it, and it's still March. So what are you guys thinking in terms of, like, is there still a chance for it to be delayed? If not, do we have any specifics for when it's going to come out in March? Like, what's our kind of theory on that?
I don't think it'll be delayed. I feel like from what we've seen in the trailer so far, I mean, of course, it was just like footage put together,
Right.
but it doesn't seem like it's not being worked on. It doesn't seem
Oh, yeah.
like it was just thrown together to say, "Hey, here's the new console. We don't have it out yet."
Right.
It definitely seems
there's
like
solid progress on it.
yeah, it feels like there's stuff already out enough to where they can put a solid release date on it.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it is. I mean, I think the reason that they've just been so quiet and they're staying quiet is just that's Nintendo's plan. I think they're just thinking if they're quiet, we get more hyped. And it seems to have worked because look what happens.
Yeah,
it blew up.
they've held it off for so long, and they just kept like, we've known about it for like the past like what
Year and it was announced in
half-ish?
March 2015. So
Yeah, it was.
it's been a while.
We've known about it for so long, and we've gotten nothing about it.
Mhm,
And then
until
they
now.
just willy nilly one night, like, oh yeah, you want to know more about it? We're doing it tomorrow. All right.
There was like
Right.
no build up for it too. It was
I
just a
know.
random tweet because I
Yeah.
have Nintendo's like notifications on for when they tweet stuff, and typically I never even look at them because it's just like like stupid advertisements or it's like make sure you look at the eShop this week because we got some indie games that nobody cares about.
Hey guys, want to play Disney Magical World 2?
like you want to play Pirate
Looking
Pop
forward to that.
Plus? Want to play that? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what made me look at it this time, but it said like, be among the first to discover NX, and I was like, wait.
This is parody, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a parody account. I was like, I scrolled past it, then I'm like,
Ninlendo?
wait.
Ninlendo America?
Is that
Right.
you? Oh my god! But yeah, it clearly worked. The video has already like 12.3 million views.
Does it
It's
really?
the most. It's
Yeah,
the most viewed,
and it's only been out.
on Nintendo's all of Nintendo's YouTube.
It's
Wow,
been out
12
for
million
a day
views.
and
That's
a half.
crazy.
A day and a half, and it's already gotten that much.
36
crazy.
hours, and it's the most viewed video on Nintendo's YouTube.
That's crazy.
Like,
I mean, I
Yo,
probably
It was
count for
number
what if I-
one on
what-
trending
what if
for
I
a
had
whole
used-
day.
What if I had
that,
views like
if
that?
that doesn't show interest, if that doesn't show that people have interest, at least in the console, then I don't know what does.
Yeah, what if
So-
I got views? What if I got views like that?
You wish.
What if I revealed the NX?
This video, alright,
Yeah, what
got
if
10 million
What,
views.
what if you leak the NX? Ooh.
Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. PST for the
I-
exclusive
I
NX
am-
reveal with BeastyFlaco.
I am the NX.
You just go back in time to like 2 months before the NX gets revealed, the Switch gets revealed, and be like,
Show them-
oh yeah, I know what it is. Here's everything about it. Trust me.
Show them
Yeah,
a
like,
picture.
what if
even
I just post
You
the
said
trailer?
it was called the Switch?
No one would. How about that? How about that one picture of like the Brandon posted it the other day when the day was revealed. The really skinny controller thing with like it's like an oval. You know which one I'm talking about. It was leaked a while.
I know which one you're talking about. The
Yeah.
weird the one leak that came out a long time ago.
Yeah. It was a really long time
Oh
ago.
my god! I remember everyone looked at that and like they were like, "Ugh, it can't be that." And I mean,
And
it
look,
wasn't
I
like
got
far
that,
off.
but
I got scared when I saw
it was a
that.
bit far off. It didn't even have like controllers on the side, and it was a weird circle. Like,
Yeah, but, like,
what's the
just
plan?
like-
Oval.
But just with like
Yeah, that was weird.
just with the direction Nintendo was going, it just got scary. It was like, wait.
was
What
like-
is this?
Everyone's leaking everything. Anything could be true at this point.
Yeah,
The
really.
more awful it looks, the more likely you believe it if it's Nintendo, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what scared me the most.
But finally,
I'm-
Nintendo has made a solid business decision that I think everyone's respecting and that everyone's proud of.
I'm looking at it now on the side of the thing. It says confidential property.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
Oh,
For the
jeez.
first time, we haven't seen a spin-off in the trailer.
That's true.
We didn't.
I mean, if you don't count Mario Kart, but
I mean, Mario Kart is technically a spin-off.
that's true.
I mean,
Except
it's
it's a
become a main
fantastic
series
spin-off.
racing game, but
Right.
it's still
Isn't-
a Mario.
We didn't see
spin-off.
a bad spin-off. Let's put it that.
Right.
Alright.
Right. We didn't see a spin-off without seeing a main series game because even though we saw Mario Kart, we still saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't see, we want to play Animal Crossing with Amiibo. How about Metroid Prime? 4 players.
Hey guys, you want Federation Force 2? Yeah.
Who
almost
remember-
did.
you guys remember my reaction when they first showed off at Amiibo Festival?
Yeah, I remember that. That was like sad.
I went from like 0 to 60 and like
3.9.
I went from 0 to 60 back to 0.
I remember when I first saw the trailer back at, what was it, E3 of last year? Yeah, right?
2015
2015.
was
Yeah.
in that.
And I was like, oh wow, it's like a Mario Party Mario Party Animal Crossing thing. That sounds really interesting. And then the Amiibo thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, at first I'm like, oh my god, new Animal Crossing. Oh, it's a Mario
then
Party?
later-
Oh god,
If
it's
it
a
was
bad
free to
Mario
play,
Party.
or if it was like $5, it would have been acceptable. But you had to pay for the amiibo. You had to pay $60 for the game where there were literally no controls besides tap the amiibo to the game pad.
That's
Yeah.
what the gimmick of the Switch should have been. You just tap an amiibo to press a button.
You want
Have
to
you
press
guys-
the
You don't
X
have
button?
buttons. You just have amiibo now.
Have you guys actually
You're seeing
played that
the
game?
A, B, X, and
No,
Y
never
amiibo.
played it.
I
I've
have
played.
it.
My friend
I
has.
got it for Christmas, and I played it, and oh my god.
My,
The reviews aren't lying when they say it puts you to sleep. I wanted to take a nap after I finished playing.
Can you even call it playing a game? I mean,
No,
It's more like, hey, you just keep tapping the thing on the
and hope for
Amiibo.
luck to
and
go
it's
in your
all
way.
RNG. There's no gameplay at all.
I know.
It's just,
In order to have fun with that game, you need to have a group of friends, and you need to turn it into where you give everyone different voices, and that's what makes it
Huh?
fun. And that's what I do with my friends, and we always give Tom Nook a Bernie Sanders voice.
My God.
You have to make your fun out of it. That's what.
I know.
you have to find the fun. It's hard to find it, but maybe it's there somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere you gotta dig around for it. Tap your amiibo off it.
Right.
I'm thinking about it more now, and I'm very intrigued about the idea of a Mario Party game that you could actually play with, other people that have the Switch, and, two people can play together on one against two other people, like, a team thing.
Ooh.
Or
Or,
get a
that
Mario
sounds
Party
cool.
with.
If they actually
Online-
make
that sounds
Mario
cool.
Mario Party.
Do you
We're
think that?
online Nintendo? Come on.
Do you think the whatchamacallit, the Mario Karts will be backwards compatible to Mario Kart 8?
I mean,
If-
like
like-
the stuff you unlocked on the Wii U version will come to the.
Mm.
No. Like
version.
I'm like
Oh.
whatchamacallit. You think like if this is actually just a port of Mario Kart 8
Oh, you'll
to
be able to play with those who have Mario
yeah
Kart 8?
online? Like, do you think I'll be
Oh,
able to play
gotcha.
with a Wii U person on the Switch?
Well, I mean, they would
Based
need to
on
update
fact
the
that
Wii U
we're seeing all these
version.
improvements. We're seeing all these improvements to the. Sorry.
Oh wow,
just, like,
you
backed out
you
there.
all just cut out there.
I
Hello.
was suspense. I wanted to know what's going to happen.
Sorry. I
Switch
totally-
what?
What was I even talking about?
Uh,
Oh yeah, but like all this extra stuff the Switch is getting with this what seems like a remaster of the game.
Mhm.
I mean, it would be pointless to update the Wii U version of the game to be in line with the remaster, and it would be kind of sucky and be kind of hard filter it so that you can play with the Wii U people who don't have it. If you don't have it, it just doesn't. I feel like you won't be able to play with Wii U people who have the game because I don't think they'll update it.
Yeah, that kind of makes
I
sense.
feel like they could update it, but they won't, so you have to buy the Switch version.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they're
that's
gonna
what
be
they
Switch
that's what they do with Pokemon X and Y. How like you can't use any of the Auras megas in X and Y. So it's
Mhm.
like that if you want to use the new megas, you have to buy X and Y unless you're stuck with all the other people that have X and Y.
Yeah, and then if you're playing Oras and you're fighting someone who uses X and Y, guess what? You can't use your new Oras stuff because that person's playing X and Y. Too bad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a theme with Nintendo. I guess you could say that's Game Freak's fault, but I mean,
yeah, I guess in a way. It
Yeah.
is a
Yeah,
little
maybe
bit
Nintendo told them to do that. Like, hey,
I do.
don't make them play together. Nintendo dumb. That's what they are.
We can't have them playing together, man.
Yeah, I guess that brings stuff into another point. How earlier today, Nintendo said that the Switch isn't going to be backwards compatible with physical media from the Wii U and the 3DS.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like they emphasized that physical.
I
Yeah,
think
that
maybe we'll
means-
get like special versions that you can download.
That means my Miiverse from the Wii U version can be to the Switch, and we'll all be fine.
Yeah.
I was
I can
thinking like there'd be
see-
some way that it links through like My Nintendo or NNIDs or something where you can register your played games on your 3DS and Wii U with your Switch, so that you not only like with the remasters you don't have to pay the full price to get these remasters of games you already have, you can also just get the direct ports on your Switch.
I don't think I've been on mine. I don't think I've been on my Nintendo once.
Yeah, because
I used it to get free points in Miitomo.
Oh man, Mitomo. Those are the days.
Miitomo for Switch. That's the new game.
Yeah.
All right, so
Mm-hmm.
as fun as it's been, we're actually hitting a 35-minute mark in terms of recording. Actually, 36.
Goodness.
So, do you guys have any last remarks or thoughts on the Switch?
Where's Metroid 5? That's what I want.
Right. Overall, I'm really excited for the future of it. I think that they're off to a great start, but they really have to, execute well from here out. Great start, but it can. I mean, it's very early in the stage of what this console can become. You really have to hit the advertising spot on. The battery life has to be good, like Alex said. I mean, overall, it's good so far. So far, you're off to a great start, Nintendo.
Don't screw it up.
This can really, don't screw it up, and this can, really take you somewhere.
Definitely.
Where's my Pokemon XD Gale Darkness sequel, Nintendo?
That wraps up everything, basically. Wait, I don't think.
Sequels.
Ah, jeez.
Okay, really cool. I just went on my Nintendo, and one of the rewards is 15% off Paper Mario Sticker Star.
Oh, wait, hold on, man. Let me go grab my credit card.
I'm jumping out my Nintendo right now.
Man, what a deal.
You're telling me I could save like $5?
On a really bad game?
Yeah.
Right.
I was playing that recently, and it's not great.
All right, I'm gonna mute you guys real quick just so I can do outro stuff. So say bye. Say.
All right.
You know, no, I'll keep you guys on. No, fine.
No, mute me.
I want to be muted now.
Let's do it. Let's go. No balls. No balls.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter at this point because guess what? I just muted Joe.
Oh, got him.
Maybe I should unmute him.
Man, epic prank.
It's my video.
Not anymore.
Anyways, that wraps up our Nintendo Switch discussion. If you guys enjoyed, again, make sure you go in the crit link one down below. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with more Nintendo Switch stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go follow everyone on Twitter, Instagram. I'll leave everyone's link in the description below. Brandon, Alex, Dylan, thank you all so much for being here again.
Hi. Bye.
Subscribe to Nintato.
Thanks for watching, guys.
All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.